In this lesson, we will discuss the high-volume, low-pressure air systems used by modern jet airliners. The system is normally supplied with bleed air from the engine compressors. This can be backed up with air from the Auxiliary Power Unit, APU, and on the ground by external air supply carts. This air is used for air conditioning and pressurization, ice protection, and as a power source for the air turbine motors used for engine starting, driving hydraulic pumps, and air-driven flaps and slats. It is also used for pressurizing hydraulic reservoirs and potable water tanks, and for cargo compartment heating. The engine bleed air system consists of the power source, the engine compressor, and control devices for temperature and pressure regulation during operation. Because of the great variation of air output pressure from a gas turbine engine between idle and maximum RPM, there is a need to maintain a reasonable supply of air during low RPM, as well as restricting excessive pressure when the engine is at high RPM. This is usually done by taking air from two compressor stages to maintain a reasonable pressure band at all engine speeds. Here we show a typical bleed air system. Low pressure, LP air, is taken from an early compressor stage, and high pressure, HP air, is taken from a later stage. The high-pressure source is controlled by the high-pressure shutoff valve, HPSOV. This valve is pressure-sensitive and pneumatically operated. It is open when there is insufficient air pressure from the LP system to maintain the required flow. When this valve is open, HP pressure will close the non-return valve, NRV, shutting off the LP supply. As the engine speeds up, the LP air pressure will increase until it closes the high-pressure shutoff valve, so that, in most stages of flight, bleed air will come from the LP stage. The air from the compressor is too hot for its required purpose, so it is passed through a pre-cooler in order to reduce its temperature. This usually takes the form of a cooling matrix, with engine fan air being used as the cooling medium. The control valve modulates to vary the amount of fan air passing through the cooler, and thus control the temperature of the bleed air at a predetermined level, usually about 175 degrees Celsius. The engine bleed air control valves control the flow of bleed air into the pneumatic system manifold. They are controlled electrically by switches on the flight deck. When selected open, the bleed air valve acts as a pressure regulator. The valve position is automatically modulated to maintain a maximum duct pressure of approximately 55 pounds per square inch. If the output pressure is below this, the valve will be fully open. Some aircraft have separate bleed air and pressure regulating valves. However, they function in the same manner as the combined valve. It is a regulatory requirement that any single component in an aircraft's cabin air conditioning or pressurization systems, the failure of which could jeopardize the safety of the aircraft or the people in it, must be duplicated. To this end, most multi-engined aircraft keep the supplying engines or sides separate, with each engine supplying its own user services. These are kept independent by isolation valves, which are normally closed, but which may be opened, if an engine supply is lost, to feed the other side services. The system is fitted with a two-pointer duct pressure gauge. One pointer displays the pressure in the left duct, and the other the right. Some systems have engine bleed air valve position indicators. However, in the system shown here, the valve position is shown by the switch position, unless a warning light is indicating a problem. If the temperature of the air downstream of the bleed air valve becomes excessive, the valve will automatically close. A warning light in the cockpit, which is monitoring the system for both excessive temperature and pressure, will come on. Excessive pressure in the system can be caused by failure of the high-pressure shut-off valve to close when required. A pressure sensor monitors duct pressure upstream of the bleed air valve. In the event of excessive pressure, the bleed air valve will once again automatically close, and the warning light will come on. In the event of either of these faults, the pilot can restore the system by opening the isolation valve, allowing the air from one engine to operate the entire system. The air in the bleed air manifold is hot, in excess of 180 degrees Celsius. So any air leaking from the manifold could cause a great deal of damage. There are temperature monitors mounted adjacent to the manifold all along its length. If any of these monitors senses an excessive temperature caused by a bleed air leak, the wing duct overheat light for the affected side will illuminate. The pilot can isolate the leaking area by closing the appropriate bleed valve and ensuring that the isolation valve is closed. In the system shown here, the auxiliary power unit air is fed into the left duct. So in order for it to supply all services, the isolation valve has to be opened. Similarly, the external air connection feeds air from an external source into the right duct. So again, the isolation valve needs to be open for it to supply air to all of the services. That is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you have learned that most modern gas turbine engine aircraft have a bleed air system supplied with air tapped from the engine's compressors. The air is used by a number of systems, as shown here. The air supply is backed up by the auxiliary power unit, and on the ground by external air supply carts. The system is duplicated and protected from over-temperature and over-pressure.